Hey everybody, it's King Acarius here. A lot of technical difficulties this week trying to make videos. For whatever reason, I filmed this entire episode with no audio. So, I'm going to do my best to voice over what happened in this episode. There's a lot of really cool moments, a few of them not so exciting, but let's just jump into it, and yeah, here is the next episode of the Soul Silver Randomizer Nuzlocke. Today we're going to be going over the Ilex Forest and Route 34. So, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun making this series, I really am. The only reason why I didn't remake this episode because I already did a save state for it and saved the game. It's normally what I do after each episode is I go ahead and save everything. And I didn't realize there was no audio in the episode until right after, so without further ado, let's look for the Ilex Forest. Other way, dummy. There you go. Awesome. And I can say this to myself because it's me. I was kind of surprised that I went in the actual direction it was supposed to be. It took me a few tries actually to make this video. I was like, oh yeah, here's the Ilex Forest, and then I realized I can get an encounter. Didn't realize that there was no way for you to see like what everyone's saying or anything. So next week when we come out with the episode, I'm actually going to be able to proudly say that I changed the layout of the actual episode so you can actually see it, and not have to worry about what people are and are not saying. So, our Skun Tank here was the encounter for the Ilex Forest. Yeah, it continued to go ahead and be a stinker. Sorry, dad jokes are my favorite. Anyways, we sat here for a while. We were trying to get the Skun Tank, but honestly, it was so stubborn that I ended up not even catching it. It did go ahead and poison me a few times, so I'm actually going to go ahead and skip forward to when I don't catch it. Because at this point I was just wasting potions and Pokeballs for nothing. And I need to go ahead and get into the antidotes here. Remember how to work it. There you go. Antidotes on the top right. There you go, sir. It's been a long weekend too. I had a lot of tooth pain and tried to get to the dentist to go ahead and get a couple of teeth taken out, but they misheard and misunderstood what I was trying to do, so they got me antibiotics and pain medication instead. So yeah, it's been a bit of a rough weekend, but I'm still making sure that we're getting content out to you guys. Oh yeah, for this Farfetch puzzle, I couldn't figure out how to do it again. So I ended up looking it up because there was no way I was getting through this episode without doing that. The first one, it wasn't really difficult to figure out, but, yeah. Spinda. I would have much preferred the Skun Tank over the Spinda. Nothing against Spinda. Don't actually like it that much. But, yeah. Actually, I think every single encounter that I saw in this forest was pretty spot on to, like, I would prefer everything over the Spinda. Like a Wooper, I would have loved a Quagsire. Who else is prepared and excited for Scarlet and Violet? I have them on my Switch. I can literally see that they're downloaded on there. It just won't let me play until they release. with my tooth pain and everything that I got going on, I'm going to the dentist on Tuesday. Actually getting both my wisdom tooth and the tooth in front of it taken out for relatively cheap. And I was going to stream on Monday and Tuesday. I totally forgot what that item was that I just picked up. Oh, it was an amulet coin. Yes. I wrote it down to make sure that I could actually continuously do this voiceover properly. See, a Dustox would have been significantly better than this Spendo. And it would have brought a lot of balance to the team. But yeah, sorry, back to what I was saying. I totally planned on streaming Scarlet and Violet. Not now, Joey. I'm in the middle of a forest trying to catch a Farfetch'd. This was the surprise of the game in the Ilex Forest. I would have loved to get that. And honestly, I might go ahead and shiny hunt Deoxys, because that seems like it'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, so instead of Monday and Tuesday streaming Scarlet and Violet, because I'm getting my teeth taken out Tuesday morning, I'm going to do Sunday and Monday. So trying to figure out the times right now, but I'm going to make sure that everyone gets ample opportunity and time to go ahead and jump in the live stream. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be such a great game. If anybody else is going to play Scarlet and Violet, go ahead and comment down below what starter you're going to choose. I, for one, am obviously going Fuecoco. See, Darren, that's not the way you do this puzzle. I did have a lot of stuff leaked for me. Unfortunately, there were a lot of people on TikTok and Facebook and everything that were streaming the game and posting like a whole bunch of screenshots. So I have had a couple of Pokemon spoiled for me, but that's not why I chose Fuecoco. I chose Fuecoco because it's a fire type, and with the predictions that I had for the typings, I still don't know what the typings are for the final Evos. But yeah, I was hoping that it would be kind of similar to that. I predicted that Sprigatito would evolve into a Grass Fairy type. Unless it went up on 2 legs, which I don't fully remember or not if it did. But if it went up on 2 legs, I was going to say Grass Fighting. Fuecoco, I predicted was going to be a Fire Steel type, just because I loved the typing with Heatran. And I thought it would be an interesting choice to go ahead and do that typing with the starter. I'm only talking about Scarlet and Violet right now because this puzzle is very, very boring. That's literally me looking it up right now to try to figure it out because I could not remember for the life of me how to do it before. When these games came out, I was still in high school. So it's been such a long time since I played this. But yeah, and then I was hoping that Quaxley was actually going to get the water fighting typing, which I thought would have been great balance to the starters, especially if Sprigatito was going to be a Grass Fairy type. But I don't know. Like I said, I'll find out on Sunday how that works. I'm going to be streaming Scarlet, and then my friend is going to be doing a soft cage lock with me, streaming Violet. And soft cage lock, for people who know what a cage lock is and some people that don't. Cage lock is a style of Nuzlocke where you go ahead and you choose a Pokemon to battle after every Pokemon battle. Or not Pokemon, every gym battle. And what we're doing for the soft cage lock is we're doing a full 6v6 after every gym. And then we choose, we literally roll a dice or flip a coin, whatever we gotta do. And then one of those Pokemon from that 6v6 we lose. So it's not really like a true one where you go ahead and get the specific perks on your Pokemon. But it is going to be somewhat similar. So I hope everyone's excited for it. I know I am. These games have been on my mind since they were announced. And I've literally thought of like little else since then. But here we are getting through Ilex Forest. Now we got through the far-fetched encounters. And Deoxys pops up again. I really might actually go ahead and shiny hunt it. Just because I think it would be a great time. It'll take forever and I probably still won't get it. This is me trying to see what I would get as a fishing encounter in the Ilex Forest if I had chosen to get like a repel and like not find anything. Especially since I didn't get the Skuntank and contemplating shiny hunting the Deoxys. And needless to say, I was kind of upset that I didn't actually do that instead, because if you see my shocked expression, yeah, it was, why would I ever want to have a Skuntank over a Palkia? I mean, I already know, like, I have a Charizard and a Mew, so my team's already pretty stacked, along with the fact that I don't know what my 2 eggs are right now. Oh no, that was the amulet coin. The other item, once we get to it. So the first item was a pearl. The item that I just found was an amulet coin. So I went and put that on Shane to make sure I can go ahead and keep my cash flow coming in a lot quicker. Especially since, well, obviously the amulet coin gives you more money after a Pokemon battle if your forefront Pokemon is holding it. I honestly couldn't remember if it was that or that Pokemon had to be the one to knock out and beat the opponent to get the extra money, but yeah. So I put on the repel. I wanted to get out of this forest without running into like literally every Pokemon in existence. And here's one of the Kabuki girls from the Sprout Tower. And here she was asking me if I could show her the way out, which surprised me because Charizard looked directly at the exit and I was still trying to figure out how to get out of there. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that that's what happened here. And I believe it was a stone of some kind that I just found there. I do normally keep looking through those areas to see if there's any hidden items, but I didn't find any, so... And then here's the exit. And now we're here on Route 34. Now we can get an encounter here as well, but instead we ran into this trainer to begin with. So for the layout for next episode, I went and put the team down on the bottom, where the bottom screen and that Shadowlugia ball picture is. I moved my face up, and I moved the smaller screen to a... like, it's like a smaller version. Just wait for next week. It's a lot cleaner. You can actually see the dialogue box, and I'm overall happier with it because you get to line up a team instead of putting it just like 3 above 3. I would have loved to have a Marshtomp in this series too. If you guys didn't know, I have a Platinum series going on as well, and Marshtomp is actually on my team. Going into Pinsir, I decided to stay in and do Shockwave because Stab Shockwave would do a lot better with Pinsir. Plus, I'm also like 14 levels higher, so doesn't matter anyways. I was going to outspeed no matter what. With the next Pokemon, I decided the same thing, especially since it's a Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd is a normal type, so I went ahead and did Low Kick. Super effective fighting move. But it is only 12 levels lower, and Farfetch is actually kind of stacked a little bit more than I thought it was. I'm only switching to Charizard here because with the amulet coin theory that I had, like I said, I didn't remember if it was just the main Pokemon in the party had to hold it, or that's the end Pokemon that had to have it. I don't know. So I beat the trainer. We are good. Alright. And yeah, I decided to battle this guy too. I know there's an item in that grass, and that's why I think I was trying to get through the trainers first. And this is one of the first times I'd seen a Porygon 2 in a randomizer battle in a long time. And of course with the Weedle, Ember it to death. I'm twice its level, 2 times effective. Let's go. So we beat the trainer. We're going to go through, potentially get our encounter right now. My mom was calling me. Again, because the dialogue box is cut off, she was telling me that since I had been sending her money after every battle, that she got me something. And so one of these next times we're going to go ahead and get back to our starting town and see exactly what she got me. You see a King's right here. Of course, go for the Dragon Rage since it's part dragon. Get rid of that. Super easy dubs. And then we switched into Calyx because I believe it was an electric type Pokemon, if I'm remembering right. Yes, Electrike. And of course, Bone Club, super effective. 8 levels higher, gonna knock it out. Easy as it goes. That was his last Pokemon, so we beat him. And I believe right there we are registering the Pokegear for his phone number. It was an interesting concept in these games. Here's our encounter. And it was a Celebi. So I wasn't truly that upset that I didn't get the Palkia instead, since we already have a Mew and we just encountered the Celebi. But I still think it would be awesome if I went ahead and shiny hunted both the Palkia and the Deoxys, just because you never know what can happen in a randomizer. I could randomly lose Mew at any given time. Celebi does have quite a few weaknesses, so depending on how things go, I may or may not lose it as well. I've done pretty decently so far. I don't have any deaths yet. It does take quite a while to go ahead and get through this battle. I think it takes 10 minutes. I thought a Premier Ball would do it, but it didn't. And of course it has Recover, so I was already in kind of a precarious situation with the fact that it has Recover in the first place. I didn't have any status condition moves that I could put on it, with the exception of Smokescreen, but it wasn't hurting me in the first place, so not really much I could do there. Shook twice. I love when it just gives you hope and then just still doesn't stay in the ball. See, Confusion doesn't do all that much to me since I resist. So I just kept throwing balls. At this point, I was convinced whether or not I was going to catch it or not. That I was going to do whatever I could to make sure that I did catch it. If I ran out of balls, I ran out of balls. You know what? You gotta take risk in the randomizer. You really do, especially if it's a Nuzlocke. You never know what you can come across, what you don't come across later on. Again, I am sorry that the audio doesn't line up with what I'm actually saying in the episode. I was a little bit tired while I made it, so I don't think I was that entertaining anyways. But I am trying to make sure that I do provide some sort of entertainment regardless of the audio being messed up or not. Hopefully I'm doing a good job. If you made it to this point in the episode, go ahead and hit that like button. Let me know what you think. Does the voiceover make up for the fact that the episode is kind of trash? Or are you just here for the content? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. I do appreciate you guys being here and watching the episode. It does mean quite a lot to me. I still don't know what that chime bell move did. Honestly, I still haven't found out. Because of the voiceover, I can actually look it up without stopping the episode. Heal bell. Oh, that's what it does. The user makes a soothing bell chime to heal the status problems of all the party Pokemon. That's actually pretty cool. And because I just caught it right here, I am definitely going to make sure that I use that in case some of my Pokemon are poisoned or paralyzed or whatever. I'm so happy I caught this Pokemon. You guys have no idea. It did take, like I said, like quite a while to go ahead and try to get 5-10 minutes maybe. I don't know. I have no concept of time anymore. But I am in a new setup over here. I moved my computer into another room again. So that's why I look to the right. Normally it was like just a little bit off to the side, but the way that I have everything faced, it's way over there. But thank you, Tyson, for joining the team. I appreciate you. Name that after you. And, oh yeah, this is, what's your name's Grandpa? I'm sorry we can't see the dialogue box again. I'm going to make sure you guys see that I changed it. And, yeah, don't worry. Soon enough, you will see exactly how I changed everything. I will do my outro, with the new, layout and everything else. I just wanted to make sure I got through the layout of this episode before I got to the rest of it. Yeah, like I said, I've been having so much fun making these. This has been... It's been fun. I love randomizers. I love randomizers. I love Nuzlockes. I like Pokemon. Like, everything about this series just made it 10 times better. With the content that I had in it. And so, we look at Celebi. It has the ability Swarm. It powers up Bug-type moves in a pinch, is what it says. Took the fist plates. And the rest of the episode is literally just me getting out of here. Out of the daycare center's PC in the building. Getting up through the rest of the route. Oh yeah, that's me. We're going through and registering both that guy and the Pokemon Center lady in my Pokegear. And we're looking at the eggs because they are just about to hatch. And both of them are. So I went ahead and made the executive decision that once I reached the next city, which is Goldenrod, that I was going to go ahead and hatch them. Ooh, Nidorino. We're going to go ahead and Ember it. Decent damage, but no death. Did poison point me, and for whatever reason, everyone wanted to poison Shane this episode. I don't know what it was. But we got the Nidorino, stop the cop, and go into the bag, get the antidote. Now that I know how to actually work it this time. Maybe. There you go. Went ahead and healed him up. No problem. Yep. If I remember it, that was a TM. Not 100% sure, but then we went past the Tentacool, didn't really need it. So we got to Goldenrod. And then, like I said, literally from here, I sped up and I ran. Here's the first egg. Rhyhorn. Not bad at all. And honestly, it's a good backup mon to the Marowak, just in case, because you never know. But yeah, I had a little bit of a hard time trying to figure out names for these Pokemon, since I don't have a lot of subscribers right now. Which, again, I'm going to do another reminder. If you subscribe to the channel, I promise that your name will go on a future Pokemon. And I do it for everybody. I named Rhyhorn after Sam because Sam is one of my good friends and followers on TikTok. And I had enough, so I went and did the speed up button again. I was literally just waiting until I hatched the second egg. Which, it didn't take me very long to get the second egg after I got the first one, so it didn't take too long at all to get the second egg hatched. We'll come up here in just a few moments, actually. Run faster, dummy. We need to hatch this egg. And I don't know why, but my emulator doesn't let me hit a button and then speed up. It has me hold down the button. But here's our second egg. And honestly, I've had worse. I've had a lot worse. Muck is a pretty decent Pokemon, especially being a poison type. And so I kept it. Muck is a great Pokemon, and I named it Quinn. Quinn is another subscriber, or rather follower, on TikTok, and it's also a character in a game that I play, and she's toxic as hell. And being a poison type, just naturally the way that it happened. And I jumped to getting through and upgrading the team. I put Nidoran and Magikarp on the team while swapping out Rhyhorn for Marowak, just because of the abilities that it has. Because, yeah, while Marowak has battle armor, Rhyhorn has dry skin, which will heal on contact with water moves, which it's quad effective, or quad weak to. And so instead of going ahead and dying with Rhyhorn most of the time, we're going to go ahead and live. And with that being a better ability, I decided to go ahead and keep it. And Skill Link is a pretty decent ability for Nidoran, but it will evolve, so I'm not upset about it at all. And I really want a Gyarados, and having a water type on the team is very balanced. I'm making sure that Celebi is on backup for the Mew, and if I do decide to go ahead and get the Palkia or Deoxys through shiny hunting, I'll have those options as well. And yeah. And that was pretty much the end of this episode. I got out of there, I saved it, and now I get to show you what the actual layout looks like. And here it is. Here is the new layout. I'm going to go ahead and talk to somebody and make sure you guys know that the dialogue box is fixed, which it is, thankfully. But yeah. Charizard and I, Shane and I, are here signing off, saying thank you so much for watching the episode. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, especially since Scarlet and Violet is coming out very soon. It's tomorrow. It comes out tomorrow from when this episode drops. I honestly can't wait. And again, unfortunately with my tooth pain, I will have to forego that Tuesday, but the week after will be a Monday and Tuesday stream. And we're going to soft lock that cage lock and win. That's my friend Phil and I. We're going to go ahead and do the series. And as for this episode, we are just after the 30-minute mark. And I want to thank you so much for being patient with me. I deeply apologize for not having my audio on point for this episode. But next week, I promise you, it'll get fixed. It unfortunately just didn't get fixed because I got into this new room, got the new setup. I had to unplug pretty much everything and then bring it all over here one thing at a time. I got everything organized on here the way that I wanted to. You guys probably don't care. I'm just trying to explain. But thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you next week for the next episode of the Nuzlocke. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.